Hi everyone, Eric here with an unboxing and flight review of the H31 by JJRC. What makes this quadcopter unique is that they claim that it's waterproof. So we're going to go ahead and put that to the test. I want to fly this in the pool. I'm curious if it'll float and see how well it flies after being fully submerged in the water. And if you guys do like this one, I include a link in the description down below. If you have any questions, please just leave them in the comments. If you found the video helpful, I always appreciate those thumbs up. And let's get into the unboxing, and then I'll go ahead and show you the flight review. And then at the very end, I'll just share my thoughts on how I feel like this quadcopter performed for the price. So let's get into the unboxing. All right, so you get extra blades. This is the blades. Looks like the charging USB and landing gear. So it looks like you charge through USB, which is pretty standard for these quadcopters. And then tons of screws to put on your blades, probably for the spare blades, and then your landing gear. And then this is the quadcopter itself. Very lightweight. Let's see, it looks like the battery compartment. All right, so the battery compartment is back there. Looks like you just plug in the battery, and then there's a little on and off switch. Then you also have your blade guards. If you are first starting to learn how to fly, you can go ahead and pop those on. And then lastly, you have your transmitter. So transmitter takes 4 AA's. And it does look like the batteries are swappable, so if you did want to buy extra batteries for this one, you can. Looks pretty nice. You actually have a readout on your trim and your throttle, so you can see how much throttle you're putting in, how much trim you put in. And for the blade guards, you know, looking at the bottom of the motors, it does look like the gears are exposed. So, you know, to protect those, it's probably best to install the blade guards. Even if you're an experienced flyer, it's probably going to be better, because if you look, when you put those on, it does a really good job at protecting the gears compared to right here. So you don't want to get any kind of dirt or hair in there. And it looks like these do a pretty good job at covering those up.
Flies very smooth. This is in slow mode, that's full forward. It flies really nice. That was flip, okay. It's gonna put it in fast mode. Alright, this is fast mode, so we'll go full forward. This thing's really quiet too. Super stable. Let's go ahead and do a drop test. I'll take it up. Yeah, it recovers really nice. You can tell this the 6-axis gyro is very in tune. All right, let's get this thing wet. Let's see if it floats. Get a little closer. But it doesn't work. And it's sinking. It definitely doesn't float, but let's see if it will fly after being fully submerged. That flies just fine. All right, this is in full power. And this thing is glitchy. So that's full yaw. That is insane yaw right there. It's almost uncontrollable yaw. This is 100% power. Let's go full forward, full back. This thing tilts. Insane, look at that. And if you let it keep tilting, it's just gonna run itself right into the ground. So that's 100% power. Probably wouldn't fly in this. It's just too A bit too uncontrollable. And land it. Let's go back down. I'm gonna bring it to 50% power. So this is in slow mode. Bump it up, let's see. 75%. Yeah, this is a little bit better. It's more fun to fly in. Oh, look at those flips. Watch this. Thing is quick. This thing does flips faster than any other quad I've seen. They're tight. Okay, so you have to press the flip button and then do it. You can't do it while it's flying forward. Really tight flips. All right, let's do some crash tests. I know this is in the grass, but if you guys are learning to fly it and you're flying it out in the grass, let's go ahead. I'm just gonna let it fall straight to the ground for about 20 feet. And it's just, nothing happens to it. That's why I always say, if you guys are learning to fly, just fly it over the grass. All right, so let me try to crash going forward. That flew straight down. Wait, there is a bent blade. Let me see if I can bend this back. That blade got pretty badly bent. And it still flies. Super stable. Flies just fine. All right, let's go ahead and try to do another hard crash. Just can't break it. I'm gonna give this thing a good toss. See if it can recover. All right, another crash straight into the ground. Boom. All right, let's take this thing up. I'm just gonna take it up until it loses reception. There's no wind, so it's not gonna fly away. The range on this thing is insane. It's just gonna keep going. All right, I'm gonna cut the power. I can barely see it. This is 0 power, it's just kind of floating down. I mean, even falling from that high up, there's just no damage to it. That one blade got bent, but just bending it back and it flies totally fine.
Okay, so the thing definitely does not float, but it is waterproof. I fully submerged this thing after landing in the water, and it did sink kind of slow, but it did end up sinking fully submerged for about a minute. And if you guys do want this one to float, I did make a video quite a while ago where I attached 4 ping pong balls to the 4 corners or the 4 motors on the quadcopter, and it actually worked really well. And this is a really good size quadcopter to do that with. Okay, so this one does have headless mode. Let's go ahead and turn it on. You want to plug in your battery back here. So once you have it plugged into the body, then you can turn it on. You're going to see the lights kind of flashing there. Then go ahead and turn on your remote. Bring up your throttle. Bring it down. You'll hear those 2 beeps. And you're ready to go. Okay, and to activate headless mode on this one, that is your trim tab over here right underneath your throttle. You're just going to flip that over, and then on the LCD, it goes from mode 1 to mode 2. That's when you know you're in headless mode. And to get the headless mode calibrated, before you fly, what you want to do is put the quadcopter right in front of you, and then bring both sticks down and to the right. You're going to see it flash, and then stay solid. It should really only take about 3 seconds, and now it's calibrated. So now that I'm in headless mode, no matter what direction the quadcopter is pointing, it's going to fly true to the direction. So if it's way out in front of me, I don't know what direction it's pointing. If I press back on the control, it's going to fly back towards me, which is really nice if you do lose orientation with it. And then up here, up on your top left, you have your different speed settings. So you press it once for 75% power, press it again for 100% power, and then press it again, you'll hear one beep. Now you're on slow mode. And then over on your right-hand side, that's where you're going to do your flips. So you press that, and then you press the direction you want to do your flip in, and your quadcopter is going to do a flip. And as far as the gyro system goes on this is definitely one of the best for this size and this price quadcopter. Now, as far as durability goes, I'm going to have to say that this is the most durable quadcopter that I've ever flown. Now, I was flying over grass and trying to crash it into grass, which I always recommend new flyers do, but this thing just refused to break. No matter how high up I took it and just cut the power, or how hard I tried to dive into the grass, this thing just would not break. Now, this is a 400 milliamp hour battery, and flight times are pretty average at around 6 to 8 minutes. All right, you guys, and that's my review on the H31 waterproof quadcopter by JJRC. This is a really great performing quadcopter. If you guys found the video helpful, I always appreciate those thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with my future reviews. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching.